Brenda. I'm going to be taking you through a routine using a foam roller and a hard reflex ball. If you don't have a reflex ball, a tennis ball will also do. We are going to be working on rolling and rotating. So we're going to work a lot on releasing the front and the back lines of the body and going into quite a few rotational moves. Let's begin, and obviously you're not going to forget that you need to breathe in these movements. Let's take the reflex ball and come up to standing. Let's bring the ball on the big toe and really focus on releasing the feet. Roll along the deep core line. So from the big toe over the arch of the foot to that heel. Move all the way across to the lateral side of the foot, that knife edge of the foot in line with the little toe. So nice and slow, you don't want to move too quickly, you want to really stretch and plump up, hydrate that fascial tissue. Talking about hydrating the fascial tissue, it's a nice chilly day here, so I haven't actually even thought about water. Make sure you drink water to plump up that fascial tissue. Let's go into a nice quick proprioceptive movement. So hence I've forgotten my water bottle. And big toe onto the ball on the other side. Roll along that deep core line. And move across to the other side of the foot, nice and slowly. Plump everything up. Keep focusing on that breathing, nice deep breath in and out through the nose. Keep working over the arch of the foot as well. And a nice quick proprioceptive movement. Keep going, nice and quick there. And release the ball. Let's put the ball to one side. Take a nice deep breath in. Have a nice big stretch and yawn. And open up there, good. Let's come into a seated position on the roller. So you're going to sit your bum down onto the roller. Take one hand behind you and the other, the same leg. You're going to cross the ankle over the knee. Then rotate so you're sitting on that buttock. And you cross the ankle over the knee. Take the thumb onto the ball of the big toe and push the big toe out. So you're bringing the sole of the foot to face you. And now you're going to roll over that side of the spine into the lower back and over the glutes. If your hip is very tight, you can hold the leg in an extended position. Just rotate it out. So you're working over the lateral side of the glutes as well into a nice release there. Roll into the lower back and all the way up. All the way down and up. Do another two. And another one. We're going to do the same to the other side. So you can just shift around to the other side of the roller. Same hand and foot cross over. Then we go into the lower back. So start off with a small movement, releasing the glutes, and then increase your range of movement. Rotate the sole of the foot to face you so you can open up more into the hip. And again, lengthen the leg out if you're not comfortable in that cross-legged position. All the way into that lower back. Let's do another two. And one more. Good, we're going to bring the roller now onto the neck. So lower yourself onto the mat and hold on to either side of the roller, so you're opening up across the chest. And with the roller on the occiput ridge at the base of the skull, you are nodding the head from side to side. Let's breathe in to one side, breathe out through the nose to the other side. Do another 2. And 1 more, breathing in and breathing out. Good. Rotate to face the front, and you're going to now take the arm, the bottom arm, in line with the roller, so parallel to the roller. Palm is facing down, and you're going to take the ear onto the roller. So if you have got a very tight pectoral muscle and you can't open it up, or for some reason, this is a great one for carpal tunnel syndrome, but if you are in too much pain, then lie with the arm in front. So I'll give you your 2 options looking from this side. Arm is parallel to the roller, palm facing down. But if you do have any stiffness or any pain, then just lie with your ear on the roller and this arm in front. You'll still be getting a nice stretch across the pectoral muscle at the top. If you can, bring the arm behind you, ear onto the roller. Take that top arm up and look over the shoulder at the hand as you look forward, and release the occiput ridge at the base of the skull. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Let's do another 2 and breathe out, and another 1 and breathe out. Good. Bring the hand onto the roller. We're going to now take the elbow onto the roller and line the fingers up with the neck. You're going to bring the heel of the hand onto the ear, so you're opening up into that shoulder and rolling along the triceps or the back arm line. Breathe in as you lengthen out. Feel a nice lateral stretch down that side of the body. Breathe out and tuck. Breathe in, lengthen out. And breathe out and tuck. Keep going. And breathe out. Breathing in and breathe out. Let's do another 4. Nice deep breath in and breathe out. 3 more. And breathe out. 2 more. And breathe out. Let's go into an extended position. Breathe in. Adjust the roller so it's right at the base of the scapula, and open up the elbows. Keep the head in the hands, and we're going to breathe in into a rotation. Breathe out, rock forward. Try not to let your knees lift up. You want to lengthen into the lateral side and keep squeezing the knees together and dropping them down onto the mat. Breathe out, rock forward. Breathe in again and breathe out. If you've got a very tight shoulder area and the rotator cuff, this will be a very uncomfortable movement. Make the movement small, even if you're just holding it there, and just focus on the breathing. So it'll ease you into the release of that fascial tissue around the rotator cuff area. If you can, just increase the movement slightly. Keep breathing as you do this. And breathe out. As soon as your breath is taken away, then go into a smaller movement. Let's release. Bring the hands now onto the roller. So we'll go over to the other side in a minute. Bring the palms together, knees slightly apart, and just stretching across those pectoral muscles again and around the shoulders. So try keep the hands together. Again, if that area is very tight, You can bring the hands slightly wider apart, but you'll get a much bigger release around the area with the palms together. Breathing in. As you breathe out, you're tucking and rounding. Let's do another 3. Nice deep breath in. And tuck the tailbone, breathe out, round the spine. 2 more. And bounce. Breathe out, tuck and round. And the last one. And bounce. And breathe out. Tuck and round. Roll the roller towards you. Let's take it over to the other side. And we're going to do the same release. Starting with that bottom arm behind you, opening up across the pectoral muscle in the chest. Again, if it's very tight, one side generally different to the other, then bring the arm in front and head onto the roller, ear onto the roller. Extend the top arm in both positions and nod the head forward and back. Are you breathing out? Breathing in, breathing out. Nice deep breath in. Breathing out. And a nice deep breath in. Keep going. Breathing in. Breathing out. And breathing in. 3 more. Breathe in. Last one. And breathe out. Bring the hand back onto the mat and bring the elbow onto the roller. Hand onto the hip, onto the mat or onto the roller, and we're rolling over that back arm line. So make sure this arm is nice and open. Try to get the fingers in line with the neck and the heel of the hand onto the ear. As you breathe out, tuck. As you breathe in, open up and lengthen. Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in, lengthen up. Let's keep going. Breathe in, open up. If your arm does move forward, just adjust it in line with the body. Breathe out, tuck. Let's do another 3. And breathe out, tuck. 2 more. Breathe out, tuck. The last one. And breathe out, tuck. Good. Bring the roller underneath your armpit. At the base of the scapula, head into the hands. Let's breathe in, open up. And breathe out. And again, nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Keep going. And breathe out. 3 more. And breathe out. 2 more. And breathe out. The last one. And breathe out. Good. Roll forward. We're going to release the front of the legs and the hip area now. Bring the roller onto the front of the legs. Let's bring one knee. So if you shift yourself over to the back of the roller and bring your front knee onto the roller. And let's roll along those quadriceps and the inside of your shin. Often an area we carry a lot of tension, especially if we've got arches that are dropping, pushing and putting a lot of pressure along the inside of that shin. Try and work right over that extended hip bone. So in this case, the left hip bone. You're going to roll along there and over there. Move the elbows forward and back if you need to. finish off with your hip on the roller. When I say the hip, so it's just below the hip bone. So it's on your hip flexor. Here's my hip bone. The roller will be resting just below the hip bone on that hip flexor. Keeping your front knee on the roller, both elbows, or you can come up onto this hand if you want to, putting a little bit more weight into that extended leg. But the knees on the mat, the foot's on the mat, and you bouncing that foot away from the center of the body. So push it away, and you should feel a nice clicking release in that hip that's on the roller, that hip flexor. Keep going, another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Let's change sides, so shift yourself over to the front of the roller, or you can turn around. Let's bring the knee up onto the roller, and from that hip bone, roll up the inner, over the quadricep and the inner shin. Work right over that hip flexor. Try and rest that extended foot on the floor. So you're just putting a little bit more weight into the roller and taking it back. All the way over that hip bone. It's quite a sensitive area. So again, take it as far as you can and focus on the breathing. You want to push yourself into a bit of discomfort, but as soon as you feel any pain, then don't take it that far. You'll ease into it as the hip gets more release. Or should I say the front line of that body. Let's bring the knee onto the roller and the foot, knee onto the mat and the foot onto the floor next to it, and you're going to make sure that the roller is on the hip flexor below the hip bone, and you're bouncing that foot away from the center of the body. And you're breathing and bouncing away. And breathe out. Ideally, we want to breathe in for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts. And breathe out. And the last one. And breathe out. Let's come onto both knees and bring the knees onto the roller. Hands in front of the roller, and we're slowly going to walk the hands forward and bring the knees, or should I say, roll the roller back. So you're just walking the hands forward, rolling over the shins. This is often an area of tension as well, shin splints and very tight ankles can also be quite uncomfortable in this movement. Keep focusing on your breathing. Let's do another 2, walking forward. And back. And 1 more, walking forward. And take it back. Now we're going to hold it in this position. You're going to bring both hands onto the roller on either side of the knees. I want you to keep the thumb in front and the fingers opening up and rotating to the back. Take your feet, the front of your feet, onto the mat, and you're going to extend one leg. So what we're going to focus on now is challenging our core balance. If you can, I want you to lift that supporting foot off the mat. But if you find you're going to fall over, drop the foot, Try not to take the hand onto the mat. Rather focus on the lifting and lowering the foot and hold it in that extended position. So a nice straight spine, or should I say lengthen out of the spine, and drop the shoulders. So the shoulders are not lifting up. You're lengthening out of that spine. And you are balancing. Keep going. Pulse it up. Pulse it up. Try and stay in that balance. You should feel the glutes on the supporting leg really working if you take the foot up. Pulse the leg up. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Onto that knee. Use the foot if you need to, and lengthen out of that hip. Release that foot off the mat if you can, and bring it up and down. Just challenge yourself a few times by lifting it and really seeing how those stabilizers need to engage. Keep going, pulse it up. The leg doesn't have to make a big movement in the lift. We're going to do another 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4 more, and 3 and 2 and 1. Good, well done. Let's release the roller. Put it to one side. We're going to use it just now again. And you're going to lie on your back. Bring your feet apart. Roll down through your spine. Bring your feet as close to your tailbone as you can. Resting your head on the mat, or you can support your head with your hands if you're taking any strain in the neck. You want to keep that neck nice and lengthened. Let's breathe in and arch. Breathe out and tuck. Squeeze the glutes. You're dropping the rib cage and you're shortening the distance between the rib cage and the hips. Let's breathe in again. Breathe out, tuck. So you want the hands to the ankles, so the feet are close to the tailbone, working more the glutes than the hamstrings. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we're going to add a pelvic thrust. So it's a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, tuck. Now breathe in, thrust. We're going to hold it in this lifted position, and I want you to focus on your breathing into your diaphragm. And one more nice deep breath in. If you're cramping in the hamstrings, nod the head from side to side, focus more on your breathing, and you might want to bring your feet slightly closer towards you. What we're going to do now, stay in the lifted position, and I want you to take your thumb directly onto the skin if you can, and you're anchoring the skin on that hip bone. And as you slide your fingers down towards your rib cage and your belly button, I want you to bounce the bum up and feel the glute engaging beautifully when you use that diaphragmatic release with the hands to assist the engaging of the glutes. Keep focusing on your breathing, breathing in and breathing out. Good, and again, nice deep breath in and breathe out. 3 more like that. Keep bouncing and breathe out. 2 more. And breathe out. And the last one. And breathe out. You're going to roll back down through the spine. We're going to arch, tuck, and repeat the same thing on the other side. So a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, push the rib cage down. Help the lungs expel all that breath. Breathe in, thrust the pelvis up. Take the other thumb onto the hip bone, and as you bounce the tailbone up, I want you to slide your fingers over your diaphragm, and you're bouncing the tailbone up and down. You're breathing as well to release the diaphragm. Be aware of your feet, try to keep them parallel. And again, close to the tailbone, so you really focus on engaging the glutes. Breathing in and out. Let's do another 3. Nice deep breath in and out. 2 more. And breathe out. And the last one. And breathe out. Roll down through the spine. Take the feet wider than the mat. You're going to bring your arms out in line with your shoulders. You're going to go back into that arch. Breathe in here, open up. Breathe out, tap. Engage your glutes. Breathe in, thrust the tailbone up. Now what I want you to do from here is keeping the tailbone lifted, control a rotational move, dropping the knees down. Bounce the back knee, and I want you to look over to the side that you are moving away from, that the knees are moving away from. Bounce that back knee. Push that knee down. You want to try to get that knee as close to the mat as possible. Now we're going to go back into that thrust. So you're pushing into the feet, breathing in, thrusting the pelvis up. Now look away from the direction the knees are going. As you slowly drop the knees, you lower the tailbone down. Now the back knee bounces. Try and take that foot and open up that knee so you're really feeling a nice hip stretch. Bounce. And we're going to do the same thing again. Breathe in. Thrust the pelvis up. Look away from the direction the knees are going. Slowly lower down. And breathing in and out. One more nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, pushing the pelvis up, squeezing the glutes, rocking around to the other side. And you're bouncing that back knee down. Good. Let's come back to the front. Nice deep breath in. And breathe out. And rock the back knee. Keep the front knee down. Use your hand if you need to. And keeping the knee where it is, I want you to, or the legs, should I say, where they are, I want you to rock up onto your elbow. Now we're going to continue in this knee box position, but we're going to work into a rotational move with the upper body as well. So open up that arm, and then as you breathe out, I want you to round that spine and bring the hand underneath the shoulder. Now in this position, you're going to carry on in this position. I want you to lift your back knee, and now I want you to try bounce your knee back, and that hand that you've got underneath the shoulder, I want you to try reach it to your foot. Bounce the knee back, opening up into the hip bone. Then you're going to do that about 4 times, and we're going to breathe in, open up, and again, breathe out. So we're going to focus on that out breath a little bit longer. Lift the knee and bounce back for 2, 3, and 4. Drop the knee, open it up as much as you can. Breathe in, reach that top arm open. As you breathe out, start tucking and rounding. Lift the knee and bounce back. Take the hand to the foot, reach it through, and last one, just open up, breathe in, and then as you start breathing out, start tucking and rounding. Lift the knee and bounce back for 4. You're still exhaling. 3, 2, and 1. You're going to hold it in this position. We're going to take the foam roller again, and we're going to bring both arms, both hands onto the roller. And as you roll out, You're going to keep that knee down on the mat to start, and then circle the foot away, and then bend the knee, and as you roll up into that lifted position. Good. Breathe in, lengthen out, circle the foot. Then as you breathe out, you're tucking and rounding, coming up. Let's breathe in again. Circle that foot, lengthen out. Breathe out. Tuck and come up. Good. So you're in a nice extended position there. And then you're coming into that rotation as you lift up. You should feel that rotation working around that waist. Last two. Breathing in as you lengthen out. Breathe out. And one more. Nice deep breath in. Hold it in this position and bounce that leg up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck and come together with the knees. Let's do the same thing over to the other side. So we're going to start in that knee box position on the elbow, and we're going to open up that top arm and go into that rotational move, breathing in, and then as you exhale, you're lifting that knee and bouncing the hand towards the foot. Let's breathe in, open up. Let's breathe out. Start tucking from the tailbone. Lift the foot and bounce the foot to the hand. 4, 3, still exhaling there. Drop the knee, breathe in, open up. As you breathe out, round the spine. Lift the foot and bounce. For 2, 3, 4. Good. Again, breathing in, open up. Breathe out and bounce. 2, 3, 4. Nice deep breath in, open up and breathe out. Bounce. 2, 3, 4. Let's do another 2. Nice deep breath in, open up and breathe out. And one more. Nice deep breath in, open up and breathe out. And bounce. 2, 3, 4. Good. Let's bring both hands onto the roller, palms facing in. And as you breathe in, circle that foot. As you breathe out, bring it back and roll up. Good. A nice breath in. And breathe out. Good. For 3. And breathe out. Again. And breathe out. 4 more. Nice deep breath in. Lengthen out. And breathe out. 3 more. And breathe out. Another 2. And breathe out. Let's hold it in that extended position and bounce that foot up and down. Lengthen from the hip and down that waist. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's come up. We're going to now bring the roller into the lower back. So again on the back line. Breathe in. Thrust the pelvis up. Position the roller into the small of the back. And bring the knees over the hips. Let's hold on to either side of the roller. Keep the knees over the hips. And rock the knees from side to side. Look away from the direction the knees are going again. 1 more. Coming to the center. Keep one knee into the chest. And I want you to extend the other leg and draw a nice big circle with it. let's just move it around. You can change direction of the circle, bend the knee, lengthen it around. You can sweep the foot along the floor, get more stretch into that hip, and release the glutes as well into the roller. Good, let's open up in a circle. Good, bring the knee back over the chest, extend the other leg, lengthen it away, and draw a nice big circle with it. Open it up to the side, bring it up over the forehead, and then circle it around, bend the knee, extend it, move it around. Good. Come back to the center, keeping the knees over the roller, not over the chest. I want you to focus on the tuck from the tailbone, the arch, and the in-breath as you open up. Breathe out, tuck. And breathe in. Breathe out, tuck. So you're pointing the knees up to the ceiling and really tucking here. Not using momentum to lift the knees. We're breathing out on the tuck. Breathe in, open up. Breathe out on the tuck. Breathe in. So the chin should come more to the chest as you breathe in. Then tucking, you lifting the chin slightly up off the chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Again, a nice deep breath in and breathe out. Breathing in and breathe out. 4 more. Nice deep breath in and breathe out. 3 more. And breathe out. Last 2, nice deep breath in and breathe out. 1 more, nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to extend your legs up. So we're going to do that a few times. Bend the knees, breathe in, breathe out, extend. Bend the knees, breathe in, breathe out, extend, bend, breathe in, breathe out, extend, good, bend, breathe in, breathe out, extend. Let's do 1 more. We hold it in the extended position. Breathe in, breathe out, extend, open up the legs and bounce the legs in that open position. Breathing. Squeeze the inner thighs together, bend the knees, lift the tailbone and bring the feet onto the roller. So try and wrap the feet over the roller. We're going to breathe in, arch, breathe out, tuck, breathe in, thrust. Hold it in the lifted position and just a small rocking motion. I want you to focus more on the movement towards the bum than away from the bum. So try and pull the heels towards the tailbone. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring one foot to the knee, extend that leg. We're going to continue in the same position, but we're just bouncing the hips up and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more set. As we lift, you're going to extend the leg down. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. For 3. And breathe out. 4. Breathe out. And 5. Breathe out. 6. And breathe out. 7. Breathing out. And last one. Breathing out. Bring that foot back onto the roller. Bring the other knee to the chest. Extend that leg. Let's hold the leg where it is and bouncing that tailbone up for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're breathing in, lengthen the leg out, breathe out and bend for 2, and breathe out for 3, and breathe out. 4 more, and breathe out, and 5, and breathe out, and 6, and breathe out, 7, breathe out, 1 more, hold it and lift it. Oh wait, let's finish that off. Breathe out. Now thrust it up and bring the foot back onto the roller. And if you can roll a few more times towards the tailbone, roll. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Now lower down through the spine. Bring the roller onto the back of the legs, onto those hamstrings, and just shear them a few times from side to side. So you're relaxing on the roller and position the roller, then push it down a little bit and shear. Let's bring the feet flat, lift the tailbone again, bring the roller back into the lower back, and let's extend the legs out. If you're not comfortable in this position, release the roller. But it's a nice stretch for the front line of the body, and we're breathing in and extending the arms. Lie here and just focus on your breathing to ease you into that stretch. Nice deep breath in and breathe out. Keep going, another 2, nice deep breath in and breathe out. Last one, nice deep breath in and breathe out. Bring your feet flat, thrust your pelvis up again, release the roller, hug the knees into the chest, and just bounce the knees to the chest. Rock yourself to a seated position. Circle the shoulders up and back a few times. Circling the shoulders up and back a few times. Link the hands behind the back. Open up across the chest, so try and get the hands as high as you can. And now nod the head from side to side. Good. Coming back to the center, bring the hands in front. Nice deep breath in. Reach up and over to one side. Tuck and round. And breathe in. Go over to the other side. And back to center. One last deep breath in. And breathe out. Well done, and thank you for joining me.